All right, everybody. Again, Billy Capabianca here at YSN Devil Hour. Is it called the Devil Hour? Out
Sure.
here at Ben's Restaurant with the West Reserve Blue Devils. Sitting with me today is Jackson Young. Jackson is a junior,
Yes, sir.
and Jackson plays tight end on offense and defensive end as on defense.
Yes, sir.
So, Jackson, tell me a little bit about your family, your mom, dad, siblings, and tell me a little bit about you personally.
Uh, so I have a younger brother, Bennett. He's my best friend. I can count on him for anything. And then
How old is Bennett?
he is 14.
Is he
So
here?
he is. He's right over there. He's a freshman.
All right, Bennett.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Um, I have my mom, very special to me. She's always there for me. One of my biggest supporters out there in the stands, and my dad, who always pushed me to go harder than I ever think I could. Me personally, I play football, basketball, and base or track, and I love it all.
You're
So,
pretty busy.
yeah,
And I believe I do see you at the Canfield Fair.
yes, sir. I sell lots of animals at the fair. It's a lot of fun.
Tell me about the animals you take to the fair and the junior fair program.
So I take hogs, turkeys, and chickens, all of which I sell. Junior fairs, we're a great, tight-knit community, make a lot of friends, and it teaches a lot of responsibility, which a lot helps carry over to football.
There you go. That's the direction I was going to go. So, with all of the three sports that you play, you're a pretty busy kid, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
on top of that, you find time for the junior fair and taking care of all those animals. You're getting up, going to the barn, and when you get home from practice, you're heading back to the barn.
Absolutely.
Okay, with that level of you being a junior, not a senior yet, do you feel that the responsibility that you are gaining in your personal life is coming through like fruition on the football field? And if so, please tell me how that's happening.
Absolutely. I feel like the responsibility I'm learning from there helps me out on the field when they have problems or we're in a tough situation. I like to think that it helps them that they can know to look for me, like, hey, we could trust this kid, put him out there, he'll get the job done when things get tough. And I like to think that's how that helps me.
Yeah, very nice. So a lot of success this year leading into last week. Last week, game of the week, two very storied football programs. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. It didn't go West Reserve's way. Coming out of that game, I mentioned to Dylan, it's like the Rocky movie. You get knocked down. Everybody gets knocked down, but who gets back up? Tell me where you want what you're going to take away from the first defeat of the season that's going to make you better personally and then the team better personally.
I think that this first loss was a great wake-up call to us. Like, we've been on a good roll here, but kind of forgot what it was like to lose, and it stung a little bit. But I think that will help us to persevere farther into the playoffs, and that'll give us a little bit grit going into the end of the season.
There you go. So end of the season, three games left.
Yes, sir.
It's a Waterloo,
Mineral Ridge and then Jackson Milton.
Jackson Milton. So three league games,
Yes, sir.
and then as a team, I heard you mention that you want to get into a nice run into the playoffs. That's every team's goal, right? And it looks like you guys are setting yourself up for a great position like that. But tell me how this team was able to put themselves in this position that they're in right now, going all the way back to June and July, right? Well, football season never ends, but
Of course.
tell me how you think this team got to the point where you're sitting at 6-1 and ready to make a push for the playoffs.
Absolutely. So June and July is around, but it's like we're in mid-season. We're not like, all right, we're going to softly go into this. We're working hard right at the beginning, and then we carry that over into the actual season. So that way, but when the actual season comes, we're already conditioned. We're ready for this. We're prepared for this. Our bodies are built for this. And then going deeper into the playoffs, our bodies can handle it, and we could just keep going without any problems.
Yeah, that's great. So tell me, what is your favorite part of the game individually? Like, what do you love the most about Friday nights on the field?
That atmosphere, there is no better feeling in the world than looking to your right, left, seeing packed stands, and the heat of the moment, like the McDonald game. We were down to the very last point in the last second. There is no better feeling than getting that final stop, that final hit, that final push, and being out there on the field with them. I love looking to the left and right and seeing my brothers there, and they're all like, hey, we got this. We're going to finish this through. We're going to see it through, and we're not done until the very end.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about your dad. I know your dad. He's a good dude. Know your mom. Great people. But tell me, like, does your dad ever weigh in, like, after the game at home
Of
or
course.
before the game?
All the time. He watches me very, very closely, and there's often times where I feel like I'm getting lost in the moment. Like I'm looking around out there, and I'm like, he kind of sees that I'm losing focus. He's yelling at me down from the stands. He's like, come on, focus up. You got this. Push harder. You can go a little bit harder. Even when we're in like that fourth quarter run and I'm really tired, I look up to him and I see him and he's cheering out there for me, and it makes me go a little bit harder. And then after the games, he tells me, I did a good job no matter what, and he's always proud of me, and that I feel like is something that keeps me wanting to keep going and keep wanting to push harder every single time.
Yeah. Little advice. What you got going on there with your dad, remember that you're a junior leader and soon, and I don't want to rush the season, but you're going to be a senior leader. So what you're learning from your dad, take that and flip it into your leadership abilities as you gain more and more of that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He's teaching you good lessons, so roll it downhill and help the freshmen and sophomores on the team the way that
Absolutely.
he's helping you. Okay, so we'll wrap up, and again, we talked about you want to make a good push into the you want to finish the season strong, and make a push into the playoffs. But what I want to end with my last question to you. Tell me what is your most individual, personal prize moment of the season so far? What is the one thing you just will always remember for the rest of your life that's happened so far in the first 7 games?
I feel like that field goal block in the last game, that was the first time I ever done that. Dom Riccardi's grandpa, he's always been real excited for me and waiting for that to happen. And when that finally happened, I feel like it was just something that clicked, and I was really happy about it.
Yeah, you got up.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Where do you line up at when on the field goal block?
I line up right in the middle. I have 2 guys in front of me. They make me a hole, and I block it.
And you go in.
Absolutely.
It's been great talking to you.
All right. Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Thank you. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.